Thank you so much. We have
Governor, can you tell us, you put the statement out about the drone sightings in Virginia. What can you tell us where they've been, what you know about it?
Well, so first of all, I am deeply concerned about these not just drone sightings, but what has been confirmed by the Department of Defense just last October with incursions in our secure airspace. And you all know we have the greatest concentration of national security assets in Virginia of any state. And when we have confirmed sightings by our DOD of incursions in airspace at Langley Air Force Base, at Newport News Shipbuilding, at Naval Station Norfolk, at Little Creek, at Dam Neck, at Oceana, I mean, these are some of the most sensitive sites in America. And I have been wholly unsatisfied with the response that I have received from the federal government. We are working at the state level in collaboration with local FBI, local DOD folks, our state police, and local law enforcement in order to gather information, because there is clearly something going on. And to suggest that, that these are hobbyists, that just doesn't resonate. I mean, in fact, just last month, we saw a Chinese nationalist who flew to Virginia from Minnesota, convicted of espionage for surveilling with a drone Newport News Shipbuilding. I mean, this is real, and so I am terribly concerned. We are pressing, and I'm looking for much better answers from the federal government than what I've been getting.
Contra drones, take me home to the place I belong in West Virginia. The good old days before Virginia was infested with those pesky little drones. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. You can add Virginia to the list. And the list just keeps on getting longer and longer and longer. It's almost longer than my Christmas list at this point. By the way, if you would like to help out this channel for Christmas, you can always donate. But every day, another city, another state, and here we are now on Virginia. And this is not a problem that they can try to deny, because as you heard, the governor is already speaking out about it. People are looking in the skies. They're seeing the mysterious drones in Virginia now. And I'm just wondering, how far are these things going to spread? Because, I've been the main one warning you that it's only a matter of time before these things are over your house or my house. But even when I say that stuff, deep down, I'm hoping that's not the case. But now I'm starting to think okay, these things are creeping. I don't think they've made their way down south yet, but I might be wrong because these things are creeping out. And remember how I told you all, some of you all probably didn't watch the video, but I told you all that I'm going to pay close attention to how these drones are acting, because I want to see if they react to the news, if you will. I want to see if whoever is operating these drones operates the drones differently according to what's happening on the news. Because when the White House first came out and tried to downplay this problem, literally within hours, these drones were shutting down airports in New York. Almost as if they were acting even more aggressively in response to our government downplaying the problem. Well, a couple of days ago, as I've reported to you all, the FBI, the FAA, and the Department of Homeland Security all released a joint statement downplaying this problem. Now, this directly contradicts the fact that FBI agents have claimed that they got followed home by these drones. But now the FBI, the FAA, Department of Homeland Security, they all release a statement together downplaying this problem. And then what happens? Within hours, we got reports of drones flying over military bases in Utah. And now, from what local police are saying in Virginia, they had 150 drone sightings. Over 150 drone sightings within the last few days. Now, some of those sightings are going to be people seeing other things and mistaking them for drones. I want to be very clear here, if I haven't been thus far. I'm well aware that people are going outside and there's many cases where people are seeing airplanes, people are seeing other things, and they automatically assume it's a drone, okay? A lot of people are in a frenzy right now. They'll go outside, they will record any light in the sky and automatically assume, oh, it's one of these drones. I'm aware of that. But not all of these cases can be explained away in that way. We know this is a very real problem. Do I think there was 150 sightings of the actual drone or drones? Maybe. Out of those 150 sightings, some were wrong. People were seeing things that weren't really drones. But I do believe that a lot of these sightings were real. And I think that's the case for everywhere. Everywhere you're going to have cases where people are going to see things and automatically assume it's a drone. But also, you're going to have people who really see things that are drones. And what our government is going to do, it's going to use all of the people who are mistaking things for drones. They're going to use those sightings and those reports to discredit the real reports and the real sightings. So, you know, a lot of the people who are running outside and recording anything they see in the sky right now, they're not helping anything. I know they want to help. I know they want to feel a part of this, but in many ways they're hurting the situation. You're flooding the internet with clips that aren't really drones. You're muddying the waters, and you're making it easier for the powers that be to deny that this is a real problem, because they're going to point you towards all the fake sightings instead of focusing on the real deal. And we know this is a real deal because local police officers, police departments, sheriff's offices, they've acknowledged this is real. We got several different governors and mayors that have acknowledged this is real. The military has acknowledged this is real. We got another military base, the Hill Air Force Base in Utah, just acknowledged that this is a real problem and that drones were flying over their base. So we know this is a real issue, but they're going to try to use fake sightings to discredit the real sightings. This is a tactic that they always use. But no matter what tactic they use, it doesn't seem like this problem is going away. They could try to pretend like it's not happening, but it seems as if, it really almost seems as if every time they come out and downplay it, it seems as if the situation gets worse. It's like every time you release a statement downplaying the problem spreads to a new state. A new airport or a new military base, you know, is subjected to drones flying over, shutting down flights and what have you. So I do find that interesting. And maybe the drones aren't reacting to the news. Maybe whoever is operating them, maybe they're not reacting to the news. All I'm saying is if you pay attention to the timing, it's like every time a statement is released, a statement that tries to pretend like this isn't a problem, it's like the drones put it on display that, hey, this is a real problem. So I don't know. I find that kind of awkward. But let's go ahead and roll this news clip. Then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Over in New Jersey, Virginia, getting hundreds of reports of mysterious drone sightings across the Commonwealth. This comes after the FAA announced today drones are being temporarily banned in parts of New Jersey where these sightings first started. Raven Brown joining us live from VSB headquarters with the latest. Raven.
Well, Kurt, Virginia State Police tell me they have received more than 150 tips about drone sightings here in the Commonwealth this month. Now, they wouldn't go into details on if this is a concern or not, but they are asking for your help as they continue to investigate.
Since the start of December, we've received more than 150 tips regarding drone activity in the Commonwealth. We're investigating each of those.
Virginia State Police say they continue to investigate drone sightings across the Commonwealth. The tips are being investigated by the Virginia Fusion Center, which is a part of the Virginia State Police Homeland Security Division. Why is this a big situation?
Well, what we want the public to do, we want the public to tell us what they're seeing, especially suspicious activity. That's what we want to hear from them.
And it comes after several drone sightings started popping up all over New Jersey, causing some concern from state leaders as well as community members. The Department of Defense issuing a statement saying they have not found any national security or public safety risk over the civilian airspace in New Jersey or other states in the Northeast. Earlier this week, Governor Glenn Youngkin said he was deeply concerned.
We are working at the state level in collaboration with local FBI, local DOD folks, our state police, and local law enforcement in order to gather information, because there is clearly something going on.
State police now urging you to report if you see a drone flying over important buildings like energy installations or military sites. Community members I spoke to who wanted to remain anonymous say they also want more transparency.
I believe that people are seeing them. I have no disbelief in the community's reaction to it. And I also believe that our government knows what they are. And so my question is, why aren't we being told what they are?
The state police also warning it is against the law to shoot at a drone. Again, they're encouraging you to reach out to the Virginia Infusion Center or state police if you do see any suspicious activity regarding drones.
I mean, at this point, you can't help but wonder, when are more people going to take this problem more seriously? And you know, there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, nothing's going to come of this. Nothing ever happens. And you know what? We're hoping that's the case. We're all hoping that nothing comes of this. We don't want anything bad to happen, but we're not going to ignore issues just to make ourselves feel more comfortable and more secure. Best case scenario, nothing comes of this. But that doesn't mean that you just sit back and allow things to play out. No. You got to raise awareness about these type of problems. You got to let the powers that be know that we are well aware that some shady stuff is going on. We might not know the ins and outs of what is happening here, but we're awake to the fact that this isn't normal, this isn't okay. There's something weird going on. There might be multiple different agendas behind it coming from different angles. I get that. But at the very least, we're aware. You know what I mean? We need to let these people know that we're aware of the type of stuff that they're pulling, the type of stuff that is going on right above our heads, you know, when a lot of people refuse to look up. You know what I'm saying? So this is not something that we can be silent about. And I'm hoping that nothing comes of this. But another thing I will say is that if we experience some sort of attack on American soil, regardless if it's from an enemy abroad or an enemy within, a false flag, if you will, if or when we experience something like this, I don't want people acting surprised. I don't want anyone acting off guard. If something bad happens in this country soon, and I'm hoping it's not, but if it does, I don't want people walking around here scratching their heads, because it's kind of clear that there's something going on right now, right? So if something does come of this, and if something does happen, I don't want people walking around acting confused and surprised as if there were not signs, because the signs are there. And it's not just with the drones. We talk about all types of other things on these channels, on my various channels. The signs are here that something is coming. What that something is, your guess is as good as mine. I've already laid out so many different theories for you all. But if something does happen, I can guarantee you, you're going to have most of the country out here acting as if oh my God, what is going on? Where did this come from? If there was an attack on American soil tomorrow, most Americans would be totally caught off guard, not knowing what the hell is going on, even though it's been reported for over a month now that drones are flying over all of our military bases, over all of our critical infrastructure, and it almost looks as if they're mapping out possible targets. But hey, what do I know? All I'm going to say is hope for the best. I'm not going to tell you to prepare for the worst, but be mentally prepared for whatever. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.